What's up, y'all? I'm SixPoint, and today I'm going to break down how I made my song, Slow Down. I'm going to break down how I made the beat, how I mixed it. That's it. I don't know what the fuck else you would expect. Alright, so first, I recorded a few snippets of this Kill Switch Engage song. I'll play that for you guys now. Anyway, that's the sample. And what I did, I went in, I put this EQ on all of my samples, that way the bass doesn't clip into it and make it sound like shit. So after that, I pitched it up, and then you got this. So after that, I added an EQ. I cut out the bass region, that way the 808 doesn't clip it. So I used to have that issue a lot, but it just makes everything so much cleaner, so much easier. I added reverb, delay, gross beat. I like using this Wish Wash 2 setting. It adds a nice effect to it. Of course, you gotta have the halftime in there, you know, every time. That's what I did for the intro. I just halftimed it, and that's what you'll be hearing right now. I had a little bit of automation, that way it would go down smoothly for an intro. If you take a look right here, it's just a smooth ramp, you know, very simple automation. After that, what I did with the sample, I chopped it up. After I chopped it up, it sounds like this. What I did after that is I started building the drums, the drum patterns. Nothing too crazy. I mean, you got the cymbals, of course. I really like these delayed cymbals. You got the layered hi-hats. You know, you got the first layer, you got the second layer. Sometimes I'll do upwards of like 3 or 4 for my beats, because I want them to be very packed full of sound. I want them to be not overwhelming. I still want to leave silence in between, you know, but I want the hi-hats to really stand out. It's like a statement piece within the beat. And then I added the kick, the snare. If y'all were wondering, this is how you do like the sleigh bell shit. Grab one, put triplet delay on it, slide down to about like half. Sometimes I like to use a pitch widener just to make it sound a little bit more wide. Yeah, this gross beat right here, and that will give you that like tape stop sound right in the middle. Lots of reverb. Make sure that's really high up there. It's really important that you add the reverb. Other chime sounds I like to use in there, like this is part of a loop, but I sampled it, so you'll have this one, you know, you'll have this one, and this one. Kicks in there, the drums, there's just an open hi-hat in there, you know. Very simple, very, very easy drum pattern. It sounds like this. How I made this bass. It's really easy. You just go into Series, right? And what you want to do is you want to get yourself a saw wave, put it 2 octaves down. You want like 8 unison, and you can fuck with the cutoff all you want. I prefer it to be like around here. This is really important to make it slide up and down. Like turn it to always, turn porta, just about like halfway, you know, add the portamento slide. That's literally it. That's all you gotta do, you know. Fuck with the fat knobs, the drive, the effects if you want, but it's not really needed. And I personally, to add more of an oomph to my bass, I like using RC20 retro color, specifically the air distortion. It makes your bass sound really crispy like this. Pretty simple, and sounds like this. Did a secondary hi-hat pattern, you know, very fast. It's just double time essentially. That's really all it is. I was wondering how I do my rolls. That's pretty simple too. I really like these triplet rolls. So what you want to do is you want to go to snap. I'm showing y'all the size. You want to go to snap, put it to 1/3, and from there you can just do rolls like. It's much better sounding than just like your generic fucking 4/4 roll here. You wouldn't get that if, you know, you just did a generic 4/4 roll. It works better at slower BPMs, I've noticed. The triplet rolls work way better when the beat is slower and drawn out. After that, to lead into like a little breakdown section with the screams, I had this little triplet pattern for the kick. And the way I did that, I basically think of it as like a hi-hat roll. I cut it up like a hi-hat and then added like a little double right here. And then from there, you have the breakdown section, which is the same drum pattern as the first one, but minus the hi-hats to add more of a, you know, stripped down feel to it. And what I did there is I sampled the more distorted section of My Curse by Killswitch Engage. And this is how that sounds. After that, you know, you add back in the drums, everything like that, and that's how you get the breakdown section with all the crazy distorted screams and shit. I still want to redo the mixing on that track, but it's far too late for that. You know, it's been out for like 2 months. We're moving on to like the middle section, you know, a little interlude. What I did is I took the intro sample here and I just put halftime on it again. It came out really nice. I like the way it ended up. It builds up to the, you know, the repeat of the verse very nicely. Basically all I did with that is after it plays once with no bass, I added the re-space back. I added one of the cymbals, not both. This is how that sounds. You know, just to transition in everything very smoothly, what I do is I take, you know, one of these samples, I clone it, I add reverb to it, and then I reverse it. And then, you know, it just leads up into everything way nicer. And that's how I produce the beat for Slowdown.